Hello everyone, here I have my AMD65. Wanted to show you my latest build. It's the one with the black grips. That's from Classic Firearms. I bought July of 2019. This is my fourth AK build. One with the wood pistol grips is the first one I've done. A couple things I wanted to note about this. The kit went together pretty good. There was no outstanding issues or fitment problems. A Nodakspud's receiver on here. Nodaks you can't serial match to the parts kits, but you can with the Childers. This is the Childers. I matched the receiver. Put in my truss just in case I want to bring the barrel back to factory length and have an SBR out of it. I figured for the extra $15, not going to worry about it. The recoil spring on here is pretty good. The one that was in here wasn't. It's the more of this piece in the spring. I had to replace that because the bolt would slide back and want to pop up in the back, so I changed this to a, I think it's a Polish recoil spring. I forget what that part's called, that has the rod inside of it. Well, this one here doesn't have that problem. I also put an ALG spring in this one. I have one for this. I didn't put it yet. I wanted to test fire first, see how it works out. Alumahide 2, I sprayed all over this rifle. I wanted a more consistent look, where that one has different colors going on because I didn't paint anything. It's just how all these parts came from their factories. And this one here looks pretty decent. About 3 coats of Alumahide on everything, about 4 coats on the receiver, since I figure the receiver's probably the part that gets messed up the most when you're taking these things in and out, laying them down, moving them around. This particular Nodakspud's receiver didn't have the front trunnion holes, which I thought I ordered, and it didn't have that that fire detent, so I had to do that with a Dremel wheel. Just took it nice and slow. Everything about these, when you build them, you have to take them really slow. Make sure you seat your rivets before you press them, because you don't want to have them slightly out and then press them, and then they'll seize inside and you gotta demill it again and try all over, which I did a couple times on this one because I was just trying to hurry along, not paying attention. The front sight post, I had to change that one out. It had a little problem there, but $5, I think they're $4 from Lee's Mags. Changed it out, not a problem. He's got all your little hardware things here and there for these rifles if you need these little parts. $25 is his minimum before he'll ship, so you just can't buy one item. He claims a one-man operation and he don't have time to mail one part, and the shipping's too much money because he ships United States Postal Service boxes and packages, and that's just whatever fits in the bag for that price. So kind of not cost effective if you're getting 1 or 2 items. I got all my Oops Kit parts from him in case I need anything for replacements, but I sprayed this bad boy all over, and the paint's pretty consistent in color. I got the bottom of the can, so I got a little bit of extra gloss here and there. So a little high shiny areas you see. Rear sling swivel I had to buy from Lee's Mags. They'll come with broken tabs or tabs that were used. If you try to bend them back because of the heat treatment, they'll break on you, so you have to order a replacement tab for those. And then just go on the back side and flatten them out really well, and they'll serve you with no problem. These are the grips I'm running right now, the ones that came with the kit. I got the little doors, I just haven't installed them because I'm afraid if I install them and try to take them off, I'll break the tabs on them. So I just left them off for now. Maybe I'll put wood ones on there later. But I was trying to keep this one as inexpensive as possible, just to see what the price difference was between this and this one. Well, the Ultimac rail is $110, which this doesn't have, so I got cost savings there. Lumahigh 2. One can will last you about 3 to 4 rifles, even with all these multi-layer coats on here. You do one coat, you rough it up with steel wool, you put another coat, and just between coats you go back with acetone or something and degrease it from the steel wool and clean it up, and you'll be fine. Not as durable as you probably guessed from Cerakote, Duracoat, but it's much better than rattle can. Some people want to go with this, which is fine, but this was just an experiment to see how well the paint would do on an AK. Since the Russian ones are painted, some other ones are painted. The Hungarians I see in pictures in Afghanistan or other police forces around the world, they all look like they're painted. I took some of the cues off the web, websites when I'm looking around. I was like, oh, I'll paint it, see what happens. This guy still needs to go get a 100-round test fire through it. Just make sure it all functions properly and that it's sighted in. This one here shoots real nice, even if the rear sight on the one with the wood grips is rear sight leaf slightly bent. This one's not. Some of the problems are just from the factory on this one. But this one's good to go, no issues there. You have the white numbers here, looks like grease pencil fill in. Here we don't. You can see how it's slightly crooked. And it's crooked because when they drilled those holes there, they drilled it at a slight angle, not straight. So that's the problem with this one. But I'm running a red dot anyways, so really won't be using the sights. If I ever figure out how to fix that, it'll be a project. Well, that's what I got for now. Just want to show you my 4th AK build. Don't be afraid. Get your Toth tools. Pay attention to your rivets. Those Polish rivets that you can sometimes buy, the heads are smaller, or the buttons here are a little bit smaller. But the Russian ones, when I had my Russian parts kit, the buttons were originally smaller than these ones. These are AK builder rivets. I mean, they still do the job. Some guys will complain that it'll never be 100% because it's made from 922R compliance, or they got to be demilled and all that stuff. But at least we have them. Well, that's all I got for now. Hope you guys enjoy this. Don't be afraid to pick one of these up if you see them. They are different than most AKMs. Use that forward pistol grip so you don't get burned on that barbecue rack that's on the bottom, because that sucker will heat up real quick. Y'all have a good one later. Thanks for watching. Bye.